Derivatives of tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant of x. 7 questions, more than what we're accustomed to, but I mean, let's get it anyway. Find the derivative of cosecant of x and plug in 3 pi over 2. So what is the derivative of cosecant of x? I mean, that would be just, I mean, you don't even have to know the formula of this, by the way. Like, you know, it's just 1 over sine of x. And then from here, you just basically use the quotient rule or the chain rule, whatever your preference is. I mean, the chain rule is actually derived from the quotient rule, or or it might be the other way around. I actually don't remember, but it might actually be the other way around as well. Don't know because I don't actually know the chain rule. I've only read about it, watched a video on it, because we have yet to get to that actually. If we just take a look at this, there's a chain rule somewhere here in one of the units. I feel like this should be the next one. Yeah, there it is. Chain rule with tables and chain rule intro. Yeah, so I'm not sure which one is derived from which, but you get the point, right? So what can we do here? Let's just write the derivative of this right away, without actually making the video long-winded and everything. So negative cosine of 3 pi over 2 over sine of 3 pi over 2 multiplied by 1 over sine. What is 3 pi over 2? That's like 270, right? Just write it as 270, whatever. So what can we do here? I'm just open it up, that's it. So first of all, 270 is what? 180 plus 90. So we know that at 180 it doesn't change, right? So that means that the cosine of 90, I mean, that's just 0. So all of this is just 0. Wait. No way, I actually chose 0. By misclicking, it actually turned out to be the right answer. What are the odds? Okay, let's keep going. We got 6 more problems to go over. Okay, so cotangent of x. I mean, the derivative of that is pretty simple. It's just 1, negative 1 over that's what it's going to be. So let's see, negative 1 over. So let's just identify what the value of sine 1270 is going to be, right? So 180 again plus 90. So it's just gonna be the value of sine at 90, which is just 1. But we got to be careful with the sign here. All right, so sine. I think it was like this, yeah. So this is 90, this is 180. So if it goes over 180, I mean, that's clearly a negative 1. But we have 2 of those, right? So negative 1 is only sine of 3 pi over 2, but we have 2 of those. Not that we have, yeah, we have 2 of those, 2 of those. We have to add them, we have to multiply them. So negative 1 multiplied by negative 1 is 1. 1 over, negative 1 over 1, I mean, it's still negative 1. Okay, let's keep going. 11 pi over 6. Okay. So let's see. The derivative of secant x is really just sine of x. And you can dig into this a little bit deeper later on. There's a bunch of videos out there on this proving that that's what it's actually equal to. Sine of x over cosine of x multiplied by 1 over cosine of x. So first of all, 11 pi over 6, what is it? This right here will just be, what is it, 30? (11) multiplied by 180 over 6. 330. Okay, 330 is kind of weird because, I don't know. Wait, it's not weird actually. Hold on, now that I think about it, it should be 360 minus 30, right? Which is what? The sine of that? I mean, that's just going to be, see, at 360 as well as 180, it doesn't change. So it's just going to be sine of 30, which is negative 1 over 2. So now that we got that out of the way, we can work with the cosine. So see, for cosine, it's going to be a little bit different. We have plus here, plus here. Yeah. It's kind of like an upside down version of the sine circle unit. Sort of, I guess. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Cosine is 30. I mean, it's clearly just the square root of 3 over 2. As for the sine, it's just going to be a positive sign. Right, so negative 1 over 2 multiplied by 2 over the square root of 3. Cancel these out. We get negative 1 over the square root of 3. Now we could simplify this and write it as negative square root of 3 over 3, which I'm not sure is going to have any effect on the answer and result in a different one. But let's just keep it that way then. So 1 over, I mean, the cosine of x, we already know what the value is going to be of that. That's just going to be this. So this multiplied by 1 over the square root of 3 over 2, which just makes it a 2 over the square root of 3. So these cancel out, right? No, these cancel out. And that's just going to be negative 2 over 3. And yeah, that's correct. Tangent of x, let's see. So the derivative of that is just 1. I'm sorry, 1 over cosine squared x, right? So that's what it's going to be. Now, if we plug pi in there, first of all, cosine of pi is going to be what? 90 plus 90, right? That's just going to be a sine of 90, which is 1. But we also have to take a look at the circle unit here and its signs. So plus cosine of pi. It goes over this one, so that's just going to be a negative 1. Just got to be careful with that. And there's 2 of those, which you have to multiply by one another. So you get 1. 1 over 1 is 1. Okay, let's see. So we have to find the derivative of cosecant of x, which we already know is going to be negative cosine of x over sine of x multiplied by 1 over sine of x. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So pi over 4, I mean, that's just square root of 2 over 2. Since we're dividing it by the same, I mean, it's just going to simplify to 1, right? 2. All of this simplifies to just negative 1. And then 1 over this is just going to be 2 over the square root of 2. So negative sign here. Now, I don't see an answer like that, so they probably simplified it. Okay, 2 more to go. The derivative of this is just going to be 1 over sine this, pi over 6. For sine, it's just going to be 1 over 2. And then there's 2 of those, which you have to multiply by one another. So that's just going to be, what, 1 over 4, the negative sign here, that's just going to be a negative 4. Okay, 1 more to go. Okay, let's see, we got to be a little bit careful here because I usually get the last one wrong, messing up the whole streak. So we're definitely going to be careful here, especially on the last one. Now that isn't to say that others don't matter and you can get them wrong. No, they matter just as much. Let's see, secant of this. Make it a different color for a change. So let's see, negative. No, there is no negative, my bad. Sine of x over cosine of x multiplied by 1 over cosine of x. It's fucking mouse, dude. Okay, there it is. So pi over 4, we already know what that's going to be equal to, right? For the sine and cosine, it says 45 degrees. That's just this. So they're going to cancel out. We know that from previous problems. Just 1. And then 1 over the square root of 2. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to step out of the room. So 1 is here, 1 over this is here, which just makes it a 2 over square root of 2 because you have to flip the fraction. Since you're dividing, that's what you're dividing 1 by. And I mean, I see I don't have any of those answers here. So let's just multiply this. 2, 2. I mean, that's just going to be this. And yeah, I mean, goddamn, 7 out of 7 on the first try. That's kind of impressive, I guess. But then again, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. So next video is probably going to be either the quiz or the 23 question unit test that we're going to be going over. We have to master all those sections, right? So yeah, I'm probably going to conclude the video here. Guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching, and